thought to myself from the very beginning, from the T-shirts being on the seats to the introductory video, I thought, this is honestly shameful. They should be embarrassed. Shameful.
No.
Shame.
No.
Shame.
That they're doing this?
They should be embarrassed.
No, you would be saying, if they didn't do that, you would say, it's shameful they didn't do anything.
That is awful. Awful. If, you know what, Beto, honestly, like they obviously you got to do something.
Of course.
You know, just like when the Lakers had the Mavericks in town and Anthony Davis came back. He was in street clothes. He wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
They did a little video. It wasn't like this long. I don't remember how long it was.
It's a couple. All the teams do it, and I hate the welcome back videos. Now, there's certain players that should get it. Hello, we traded you. Hello, you're a free agent. Like I hate the welcome back videos because now it seems like if you're a relief pitcher, oh, welcome back. They do those videos, right? Anthony Davis comes back to LA. Cool. You helped the Lakers win a championship. A welcome back video. It was just business. Cool. Like a minute, you put the highlights up, and then they do, hey, here's Anthony Davis. Boom. Okay, thank you, and move on. What the Mavs did yesterday was over the top because they had to. Because they had to appease the fans.
Right.
All right? I get the video, that was a given. You're going to have that no matter what. But when you walk into the building, Kappy, and they put up the thanks for the memories, and it's Luka, Markieff Morris, right? That one where you're walking against the wall, and it's the spot where all the members of the media are going to be at. All the video cameras. It's the perfect spot for you to grab the players when they're walking off the bus. Okay, thanks for the memories, and they include the other players that were traded. Okay, are you really going to thank for the memories Markieff Morris?
Right. Oh, don't you remember? Don't you remember all of his great moves and his great plays?
I don't remember he was even on the team. But regardless, you're going to do that to make it look like, okay, we're welcoming everybody back, right? Yeah, Maxi Kleber. Okay, cool. The T-shirts parts, I was kind of, do you really want to do that? Like, okay, I get it. You're trying to make amends with Luka because on the way out, we traded you, but we also kicked you out because we called you fat. We called you a drunk. We called you a smoker. We called you that.
That is awful.
It was awful the way that they had, right? Yet, you have to do that.
Well, let's just call a quick timeout here for a quick second. I'm gonna call it 20.
20?
Call it 20. I'm going to call it 20 here. Here's why. Because you're exactly right, Beto. They had to do it. They didn't do it to honor Luka per se. They did it to make the fans happy. Because the fans were there to celebrate Luka Dončić. They were not there to root for the Mavericks to win the game. In fact, I would go as far as to argue that the Mavericks fans were actually rooting for the Lakers to win the game so that Luka could stick it to the team, to the entire organization.
I mean, Kappy, you saw the stories are coming out of all the people that were at the game, right? It was the most expensive Mavs game this season. I believe right at tip-off, I always look at the ticket prices with Michael. We have this little game going. Mm-hmm. The cheapest that we found, it was the second to last row up on top. $384 was the cheapest to get in.
Wow.
Right? That's what's going to happen. The Mavs are a team that are going to be in the play-in tournament, and they'll probably get bounced. They have not much going on right now. But you had to do this because how many Mavs jerseys did you have where the Mavericks name was covered up in tape and they had a Luka jersey, right?
Right.
Those fans have become Luka fans. Did you see that one jersey that it was a Lakers and had a 00 and it said Harrison on it? There was a Laker jersey that somebody made custom, a 00, and it had Harrison. They sat behind the Lakers bench, right? Because
that's smart.
Because thank you, Nico, if you're a Lakers fan right now. There's just so many things that happen behind the scenes that we're never going to really find out. Mark Cuban, with a video of him when they're having the Fire Nico, and he has his head down, like, oh, man. Cuban has no voice in this. He's just a fan again, right? He made a bunch of money by selling the team, but he's just a fan again. It's what you're supposed to do when you're trying to hold on to the fans that are really mad at you.
Well, that's my point, is that as an organization, look, when he got traded, he was 25. Not that when he turned 26, he all of a sudden became this grown-up. 25 years old is still a young guy, and I got it. He's been in the NBA since he's 19 years old.
He's been a pro since he was 14, blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah. Right. You know, you can tell me about where a guy's from, how many languages he speaks, how much money he's made.
A lot.
All this kind of stuff, right? You can tell, but he's still a 25-year-old kid who last year led that team and that organization to a championship caliber run, made it all the way to the finals. By trading him, they dinged his ego from the very beginning. Like, wait a second, what? I'm on this team. They pay me good money. I'm a part of this community. I led the team to the championship round last year, and you're pulling the rug right out from under my feet without anybody even so much as talking to me. So his ego was bruised from the beginning, and that's fine.
It's the first time in his career he's not wanted.
Well, right. Okay, but not wanting a guy is one thing. Insulting him personally and professionally on the way out the door, by the way, as a means of trying to get the fan base to understand why you would do such a terrible thing, why you would make such a terrible trade, that was their PR spin. The PR spin was he's fat, he's out of shape, he doesn't work out, he doesn't work the way we need him to work to be part of our organization. By the way, he drinks too much, he smokes too much, he's a bad teammate. We didn't want him anymore.
Like
that is awful.
You said it in crosstalk. You feel like Nico is the scapegoat for the ownership. Ireland said it's Nico who's made the trade. Regardless, though, you don't just come up with this idea out of nowhere. You don't just out of the blue. You know what? Let me trade probably one of the best players in his generation. Let's just, why not? Right? Where's the Ireland? Why not? We get one of those out there. But Kappy,
I don't care.
Yes,
the guy doesn't care.
He doesn't. But Kappy, if you're Luka, who was putting down roots in Dallas, right before the season, he just had a baby. He bought this like dream mansion. He was putting down his roots. And you know what? Luka, at the same time, his marketing team has been fantastic how they've handled this. Because when he came to L.A., Kappy, he bought parking for you right next to the East Central, right?
That's right. That's right.
Did you know the story a couple weeks ago when the Lakers played the Bucks? Did you hear that story?
Which part?
When he sat down, LeBron sat down, nobody played when the Bucks came to town. So there was 4 Slovenians that had flown from Slovenia to watch this game. Mm-hmm. Well, Luka didn't play. Luka found out about these 4 fans, gave them tickets for the next game, and from his stash, made sure that they were there and they were able to be close to courtside, and they had a meet and greet with Luka because they didn't get to watch him play that Thursday. So little things like that he's doing around the community, a bunch of stuff.
How about the $500,000 he donated when he walked through the door?
Yeah.
He wasn't here for the fires.
No, and putting down roots in L.A. because you want to be somewhere where you're wanted. Mm-hmm. Now, Luka Dončić, yesterday, what did his marketing team do? I'm including Gatorade. Did you see that video?
No, tell me. Which part?
Gatorade came out with a video where Luka is just dribbling the ball between his legs, sitting on the bench, just looking like he's ready to go play an AAU game. And it says, there's no words from Luka at all. Just dribbling. He has a Gatorade towel around his neck. And the words that pop up say, no love lost. He gets up, walks away, and on the bench, you know how the benches are blue and there's little letters, and it's LA letters. Now, if you go back and look at this video, this is where like the conspiracy people are. And I know you love this, Kappy.
Yeah, I do.
DeAndre, you know where I'm going with this, right? If you can find that and send it to Kappy.
It's in our group chat. I sent it yesterday.
Okay.
Right before the game, Cap.
With the towel.
Mm-hmm.
The way the letters are put together, the Gatorade is wrapped around.
Yes, right. I do remember
And
this.
it looks like it might say Trader.
Yep, right.
I mean, the little tiny details from Luka's side, his marketing people. Is it Luka with the idea? Probably not, but his marketing people are fantastic at it. Oh, they know. Okay, you did this to me in Dallas. I am now in the second biggest media market in the United States. I'm with the Lakers, marquee franchise. Oh, let me show you.
Oh, yeah.
Right
I mean,
there.
listen,
I love pettiness.
The Jordan brand, they couldn't have been happier that Luka went to the Lakers and left Dallas. I mean, it has been a whirlwind for Luka, but it has been just an absolute, it's just been great for all of the brands that are associated with him. But I want to just get back to this.
Really quick, you know what was funny? That they said that, I guess, a bunch of the brands that Luka had deals with, that Dallas had arranged to do some type of, like, giveaways, commercials, whatever, like thank you, Gatorade commercial, whatever the case is. And they said that they had them all lined up and ready to go, but Luka's camp did not give them the Mavs their blessing to do any of it.
Good. That's great. The fact that the Mavs tried to monetize Luka's return beyond ticket sales and they tried to sell sponsorship for T-shirts or whatever, I'm telling you, organizationally, they should be completely embarrassed and humiliated. Awful with what they did last night. And then, to make matters worse, the kid goes out there and torches them, and while he's eating them for lunch, what is Anthony Davis doing? Nothing.
He was there?
Nothing.
Oh.
Somebody rack me.
Oh, that was fantastic, Kappy.
Oh, I got more.